Hey guys, Dave with Tsunami Hydrographics here. Hey, today we're going to do a little test. I've been asked a couple times if this Prevol sprayer will work for hydrographics, and I've had a couple feedback saying no. I don't know what the results were. They just didn't like it at all. Pretty affirmative about not liking it. So I thought I'd give it a try and find out what's wrong with it, or maybe it does work. I just have to understand. What I wanted to do first of all, this is a proprietary cap. Okay, you can't put any of your other caps on it. I've got a bunch of different caps they use for spray graffiti, and you can pick the cap size for what you want to do, meaning some real heavy stuff or some very fine stuff. It works on my one-hit wonder stuff, so I like it in that aspect. But this being a proprietary tip right there, you get one cap. So what I wanted to do is kind of find out how this cap sprays and then kind of match it up to my spray gun, and that might give me an idea of how I want to lay this down to possibly get some decent results. So let me spray my spray gun first on this paper here, and let's see what we get. Now this is a 1.8, so it shoots out a lot of activator, okay, and I've got it set up for dang near, if this gauge is correct, it just goes down to about 5, okay. It's got a great fan on it. I'm going to shoot a pattern across this way on it, about 12 inches away, and we're just going to see what we get for a pattern, okay. Timeline is going to be 1 second. Let's see what, actually we're going to do 3 seconds. Let's find out how far this thing runs down at 3 seconds, and then see if we can figure out how to get the Prevol to do the same thing. And then I'll know kind of how I have to work my activator on this, okay? So about 12 inches away in 3 seconds. 0, 1, 2. Maybe a little bit shorter than 2. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the drop on this. Got a great wide fan on that, nice and cigarish. And there's our drop. So that's with a quick 3 seconds. Now let's do 3 seconds with the Prevol and see what we end up with. One, two, three. She's gone. Okay, first of all, we get a complete circle out of this. So we don't have a fan at all to play around with. We just have a hole. Also, we definitely put more material down than the spray gun in one spot. So I'm going to have to be running this very fast and very close together on my passes to make this one here look like this. Okay, you got that? So I'm going to drop some film in here. I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll just look at the film, and I'll show you how I activate it. And I've got 3 of the speed shapes here. We're just going to dip some carbon fiber. That'll tell us if it's holding together or not. I've got a couple of silver speed shapes over here that we're laying around, and we'll dip those and see what we come up with, okay? So bear tight, or hang tight with me. Now, about 15 inches up, 12 inches up, I'm going to spray one good pass close together. Okay. Hey guys, just noticed something. I had a problem with the last one in spraying. It started leaking out. Doing it again. Feels like it is. I get it on tight. Won't do you any good if it leaks out of the bottom down here. Okay, I had a problem with it leaking, so I went and grabbed my other canister and noticed that there was a significant difference in the spray amount between the two. So let's just see what we've got here. This is one. We're going to do 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. pretty much made it all the way to the bottom. Put our tip in the second one. Tighten that rascal on there. All right. 1, 2, 3. Now that's a substantial difference. The same pickup tube thinking, I'm not sure. Got a little bit of blue paint in there. One, 2, 3. All right, I can't tell you if this is a pre-vol problem or if I have a problem in this one here, okay? So just to let you know, that's the reason I did the test first, to find out what the flow was. Now something like this here, you'd have to do, well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 3 seconds and there's 10 seconds, okay? So find out how your canister shoots and then adjust to that, okay? So if I'm going to be using this one here, I'm going to put on 4 coats of this. And we'll try it from there and see where we go, okay? Actually, 3 times as much. We'll do 3 coats. Okay, that makes more sense. Let me grab some film. Alright, grab my can here. I don't like this film, guys. It's the first time I used it, and it's just, it looks funny, like it's got a blotch right here, a couple blotches around it. I don't know what it's doing. But let's shoot this 3 passes. Actually came out fine. Okay, got some stretch right there, but the film was starting to, I might have put a little bit too much on it actually. Oh yeah, I did. Here we go. There's the overactivation right there. See it opening up? It'll happen right after you're done dipping it or right in the rinse tank. You see it's starting to do its modeling and moving around on you. Okay, so that was too much even with that. But I'll bet you I hit it with 2 passes and it'll be fine. We'll rinse this off, get right back to you. Alright guys, we got the film soaking. We're going to dip this black over some chrome. I don't even know if it's going to stick because I forget what I put for a top coat on that. But we're going to test out our vol. That's really what we're doing here. The last test, we overactivate it. We'll see what happens on this one with just 2 passes. Okay, here we go. Really? Oh, I see what's going on. You got to keep it at the right angle. If you go over the angle, that doesn't look glassy yet. Hit a little bit more. Not bad. Looks like it's still used a little bit. Got a little super chrome on a speed shape here. See what happens. See if we've got her overactivated again. I don't think so, but how are we looking there? Guys, I think we got a good dip on this one. I'm waiting for something to happen here, but it's not happening, so I think 2 was the lucky number. I did put one more extra light one over the top of it with the amount that was coming out of the different one. I don't have any pinholes. I don't have any little tiny... A lot of times you get these little dots in this stuff if it's underactivated. It'll tell you right away, but there's good color in this here. There might be one of those little rascals right there, but that's nothing but a Sharpie can touch that up. It looks damn good, I think. So, do we have a consensus? No. We have to find out how much. Let me back this off again, guys. Okay. I'm a gunman, okay? I've got 2 guns that I use for 2 different activators, and that's pretty much all I use. They're set up almost identically. But for you guys that are doing this out of a Rubbermaid or a horse trough, whatever, if you had your dams in correctly and you figured out how much amount comes out of that, now you don't have a gun to check it with. That's going to be your problem. I just realized that. Okay, but you saw what I did. Maybe you could go ahead and match up the drip on a flat piece of paper, brown paper, and just about 12 inches away, and kind of see how much you had coming out. If you had the 1 second and it just blew it all the way down to the ground, you know you've got to go fast. You've got to be moving fast with that stuff. If it's coming out slower on you, you're going to have to adjust it. But once you find out, it only took me 2 times to figure it out. I don't see a problem with small parts. If I wouldn't use it on a big part, but you might be able to get away with a gun stock or some grips or a frame of a pistol or, you know, smaller objects. This is only 12 by 12. But again, your tank's not going to be a full-size tank, so you're going to be looking for small parts to dip. So it might work for you, okay? I don't know why there was negativity on it. I didn't have any problem with it. You know, I've been in here shooting it with a gun, and I've had to do it a couple, 3 times to figure out what was the right amount of activator to put on a certain film. I never used this film before, guys. This is brand new stuff that I just got in from another hydrographic guy that went out of business, so I thought I'd throw it out here. I don't know where he got it from. I didn't like it when it went in the water. It was doing things that I've never seen film do before, so I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but I still figured it out after a couple dips. So give it a shot, okay? My recommendation is give it a shot. If you need to do something small, it's going to take you a couple times. Practice with it, speed shapes, anything small. Don't dip the original thing unless you want to keep on washing it off and rebasing it, okay? But get your strokes down to where you're consistent with it, and you know it's going to activate that particular film properly. And I think you'll do all right. Again, there's nothing wrong with this, okay? That's over super chrome right there. I'm going to clear that out and just see what we got for a look. But I think it's a product that you could use in a pinch, okay? David Tsunami Hydrographics, hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, subscribe to the page. You can always check me out at thccoatings.com. We've got new things coming up. We've got candy colored paints coming in. Small quantities, so you don't have to spend a fortune on buying a whole pint of it. And any suggestions, guys, put them down below, and I'll be glad to help you out in any way I can. This is David Tsunami Hydrographics. We're out.